Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to 9 Trees podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book, 100 Rules for Living to 100, An Optimist's Guide to a Happy Life by Dick Van Dyke is a compact, encouraging guide that frames longevity as more than a number. Built around a set of short, memorable rules, the book blends upbeat life philosophy with practical habits that support energy, connection, and purpose across the decades. Rather than presenting a rigid wellness program, it emphasizes attitude, humor, and everyday choices that can make life feel fuller right now while also supporting long-term health. Van Dyke draws on a lifetime in entertainment and public life to highlight what keeps him engaged and curious, including movement, gratitude, and relationships. The tone is accessible and motivating, offering readers quick takeaways alongside reflections that invite a gentler, more optimistic view of aging. It is less about chasing perfection and more about building a sustainable way of living that keeps joy and meaning in reach. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, optimism as a daily practice, not a personality trait. A central through line in the book is that optimism can be trained. Instead of treating positivity as something you either have or you do not, the rules encourage small, repeatable actions that tilt the mind toward hope and possibility. That includes noticing what is working, reframing setbacks as temporary, and choosing language that supports resilience. The emphasis is not on ignoring hardship, but on refusing to let hardship define the entire story of a day or a life. This approach matters for longevity because mood influences motivation, and motivation shapes behavior. When people feel defeated, they tend to withdraw from movement, social connection, and purposeful activity. When they feel capable, they keep showing up. The book also links optimism to humor and lightness, suggesting that laughter is not merely entertainment, but a coping tool that keeps problems in proportion. Readers can treat the rules as prompts for journaling, morning intentions, or end-of-day reflection, turning optimism into a habit loop that strengthens with repetition. Secondly, keep moving in ways that feel enjoyable and doable. The rules repeatedly return to movement as a cornerstone of staying young at any age, but they frame it in an approachable way. The focus is not on extreme workouts or punishing routines. It is on staying physically engaged through activities that are realistic, consistent, and even playful. By lowering the barrier to entry, the book invites readers to build an identity around being someone who moves every day, which is more sustainable than chasing occasional bursts of intensity. Movement is presented as a multiplier, supporting mood, mobility, balance, and confidence, all of which help people remain independent longer. The emphasis on enjoyment is important because pleasure is a powerful adherence strategy. If walking, stretching, dancing, swimming, or light strength work feels good, it is more likely to stick. The rules also imply a long view. What matters most is not a perfect month, but a pattern that lasts years. Readers are encouraged to start where they are, protect their joints, and aim for consistency that fits their life. Thirdly, relationships, community, and kindness as longevity fuel. Another key theme is that a long life is rarely a solo project. The book highlights the value of friendships, family ties, and everyday acts of kindness as sources of meaning and emotional stability. Social connection is framed not as a nice extra, but as a practical support system that buffers stress and keeps people engaged with the world. The rules encourage readers to stay interested in other people, reach out first, and invest in simple rituals such as check-ins, shared meals, and showing up for milestones. Kindness is treated as mutually beneficial. It strengthens bonds while also reinforcing a sense of purpose and self-respect. The book also acknowledges that relationships can be imperfect, so it leans toward forgiveness, humility, and choosing peace over prolonged conflict. This relational emphasis complements the health-oriented rules because it motivates better choices. People who feel connected are more likely to care for themselves, take walks with others, and maintain routines. In that way, community becomes both a goal and a mechanism for healthier living. Fourthly, purpose, curiosity, and staying creatively engaged. The rules argue that mental youth is sustained by ongoing curiosity and a reason to get up in the morning. Rather than presenting retirement as an ending, the book treats later life as a stage for continued learning, contribution, and play. Purpose can come from creative pursuits, volunteering, mentoring, or simply committing to personal projects that keep the mind active. Curiosity is portrayed as protective against stagnation because it pulls attention outward, reduces rumination, and makes daily life feel larger. The book's optimistic lens suggests that creativity is not reserved for artists. It is a way of approaching problems, relationships, and routines with flexibility. Staying engaged also supports cognitive health indirectly by encouraging novelty, planning, and social interaction. The rules invite readers to keep setting small goals, celebrating progress, and remaining open to new experiences, even if those experiences are modest. Importantly, purpose here is not about pressure or achievement. It is about meaning and momentum, the sense that life is still unfolding and worth participating in. Lastly, simple, sustainable habits that reduce stress and protect well-being. Beyond mindset, the book emphasizes everyday habits that make a big difference over time. The rules promote a balanced approach to well-being that includes rest, moderation, and stress reduction, while avoiding the tone of a strict self-help program. The underlying message is that longevity is supported by consistency and self-care, not by chasing every trend. Readers are encouraged to notice the impact of daily choices on energy and mood, then adjust in small steps. Stress is treated as a major factor in how people age, so the rules favor calm routines, perspective, and techniques that keep worries from dominating the day. That might include simplifying obligations, practicing gratitude, spending time outdoors, and protecting time for joy. The book also positions self-compassion as practical. When people stop punishing themselves for imperfections, they are more likely to return to healthy behaviors after setbacks. The result is a set of guidelines that can be adapted to many lifestyles. The rules function like gentle guardrails, helping readers build a life that feels lighter, healthier, and more satisfying year after year. In conclusion, this book is well suited for readers who want an uplifting approach to aging, including adults entering midlife, retirees looking for structure and inspiration, and anyone who feels weighed down by fear-based health messaging. It can also appeal to fans of Dick Van Dyke who are curious about the habits and attitudes that have helped him stay engaged and upbeat over the years. The benefit is practical and emotional. The rules encourage daily movement, stronger relationships, and a mindset that supports resilience, all of which can improve quality of life regardless of age. By emphasizing optimism, humor, and simple routines, the book helps readers shift from obsessing over longevity to building a life they genuinely enjoy living. Compared to many longevity books that focus heavily on technical protocols, strict diets, or complex biomarkers, this one is more approachable and easier to apply immediately. Its value lies in clarity and encouragement, short rules that are memorable, adaptable, and motivating without feeling preachy. If you want a giftable, confidence-boosting guide that nudges you toward healthier choices and a brighter outlook, it is worth buying. If you would like to support Dick Van Dyke, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.